What is going on, warriors and farmers of Tamaris? Back again with another Call of Dragons video. This right here is the Golden Roc. Today I'm going to show you how to build this pet and get some good value out of it. If you're new to the channel, be sure to subscribe for more content, turn on that bell notification and never miss out. Like the video, share it with your friends, leave some comments down below. Let's get into it. Alright, warriors of Tamaris, the Golden Roc is one of those war pets that can be used with many cavalry heroes in the game. We're gonna see the skills and see what you can do with this pet. Now the rage skill of the pet says, grants your legion passion, rage accumulation speed plus 5% for 5 seconds. Now if your legion already has passion, your war pet deals damage to the target legion. Damage type is gonna be physical, damage factor is gonna be based on your agility. Now this pet works in two ways. The first part of the pet, which says grants your legion passion, rage accumulation speed plus 5% for 5 seconds, is going to work for any troop type. Now if you want to just get rage from this pet, you can use this pet to give you rage accumulation speed of plus 5% for 5 seconds. Now secondly, if your legion already has passion, your war pet deals damage to the target legion. Now there are 3 cavalry heroes in the game that can generate passion and help you get the damage factor of this pet. Let's take a look at them. The Golden Roc will require passion to do some damage. Now Tamaris is one of those heroes that has passion. His second skill, known as Watcher's Blade, gives him rage accumulation speed bonus of up to 40%, so that is gonna trigger the damage of the Golden Roc. When we look at Bakshi, he can also gain some passion. Checking out his fourth skill, known as Shaman's Call, he gets rage accumulation speed bonus of plus 30%. That one is passion right there. It's gonna trigger the damage of the Golden Roc. We have another hero here that has passion as well, aka Mr. Alistair. When you check out his fourth skill, he has rage accumulation speed bonus of plus 30%. That is passion right there. It's gonna do some damage with the Golden Roc. These are the 3 heroes that can get some damage out of this pet. If you pair them together, you're gonna be doing some crazy damage to your enemies. Now we have another hero here in the game, aka Mr. Theodore. Unfortunately, Theodore does not have any passion, so he won't be able to trigger the damage factor of the Golden Roc. However, if you pair Theodore with Tamaris or Bakshi, you're gonna get some damage from the Golden Roc. That is something to keep in mind. Right now, I'm gonna show you guys a bunch of different builds that you can use with this pet, because this pet can be used for so many things. You have Theodore, who is a garrison hero. You can use Theodore and Tamaris to garrison and rally. You can build this pet for that purpose. Now you have the unyielding rush that you can use against ranged units in the open field. You can build your Golden Roc to help you out for that situation as well. There are so many uses for the Golden Roc. We're gonna check them out today. Let me know which one of the builds I show you was your favorite. I'm also gonna show you one build that I think you should go with. Let's get into it. Alright, warriors of Tamaris, let us check out all the different ways you can build the Golden Roc in the Call of Dragons to get some good value. This one right here is build number 1. I call it Exuberance and Fierce Attack build. The build is gonna be a little bit difficult to make because you have 2 skills that require you to get at the end of the season. Now I know a lot of you might not even want to do this because cavalry is not very useful in the game. So this is a build that I would recommend. You have Exuberance, you have Forceful Exuberance, you get it at the end of the season. You have a Fatal Bite here that's gonna give you a lot of crit damage increase. Now on this side you have 2 different crit skills. You have the Angry Roar and then you have the Blood Roar. These 2 will work together to give you crit rate for Exuberance and the Fierce Attack, helping you crit and do a lot of damage. And then you have the Tooth and Claw that's gonna boost the damage for Exuberance and the Fierce Attack. You have the Fatal Bite that will increase the damage, and you have the Super Fierce Attack that's gonna help you trigger the Fierce Attack a lot. You also have Forceful Exuberance that's gonna increase the damage of Exuberance. This is one of the pet builds that I would recommend. The only thing is it's a little bit expensive and I believe a lot of people are not gonna go this route. So we're gonna go to the next route. This is also another build that you can use. It is inspired by the first build that I just showed you. This time we have added the Feral Exuberance. If you want to have it on the pet, this one is going to give you some healing and some rage. Now you're going to notice we took out one of the crit skills to fit the Feral Exuberance. Now this is also going to work well. The pet is going to work the same as this one, except this time we have added the Feral Exuberance. Now what I recommend for pretty much everyone is this build right here. I call it Easy Exuberance and the Fierce Attack build. Let's see how this build is going to suit pretty much everyone in the game. The build you see on the screen is going to be pretty cheap. You can get it pretty much anytime you want. It doesn't have any end of season skills that you can put over here. Let us see what we're working with. You have Exuberance. You know what? I think I'm going to minimize this and show you guys from the game as well. So we're gonna make it in the pop-up view. Just shrink it a little bit, bring out the game, and then show you guys from here. So this build is going to be a cheap one. It is something I would recommend for everybody because you can afford it. You don't need to win a season to make this build. So we're going to scroll down and see the skills that we're going to be working with. So you're going to start off with the Exuberance. You have Exuberance right here, which comes with the pet. And then you have the Feral Exuberance, which you can buy from the store. Pretty easy to get. You're going to notice we don't have the Forceful Exuberance, which is something you need to win a season to get. And I don't think a lot of people are going to waste their end of season to get a skill for the Cavalry. From here, we're going to go on to the next skills that you need to put on this pet. You're going to have your Fierce Attack. You're going to have your Super Fierce Attack to give you even more damage. So we got a Fierce Attack over here, and then you have a Super Fierce Attack. These are skills that you can buy from the shop. No problem. You're going to get them pretty easy. You got a Fierce Attack here that you can put. And then you have the Super Fierce Attack, which you can also buy and put on the pet. You have the Tooth and Claw. Tooth and Claw is something you can buy and put on the pet. You have the Blood Roar, which is something you can buy and put on the pet as well. This is going to be the cheapest build for the Golden Roc if you want to build one. And it's the build that I recommend to pretty much anyone. And then this skill right here known as the Angry Roar is something you're going to have to capture from the map or buy from the merit shop. You can get that skill as well. It's not very difficult to get. When you've done all of this, you're going to be left with one skill slot. Now I have a bunch of different skills here that you can put on this one skill slot. So you have things like a Forceful Fierce Attack. Forceful Fierce Attack is going to boost your Fierce Attack significantly. Let me see if I can show you guys the description from here. We have a Forceful Fierce Attack. Look at this one. Level 3. Fierce Attack damage dealt plus 51.97%, which is huge. Take a look at a Fierce Attack right now. This one is doing 426 damage. You're boosting that by 51% with the Forceful Fierce Attack. That is huge. On top of that, you're gonna crit it with these two crit rate skills. You're gonna boost the damage with the Tooth and Claw. It's just gonna be awesome. Now the next skill that you can try and put here is going to be Outburst of Rage. I know some of you already have Outburst of Rage and you don't know where to put it. You can put it on this pet. You also have things like the Chain Strike. Chain Strike is another skill you can put on this pet because Chain Strike is going to give you damage from normal attack. If you're doing longer fights, the Chain Strike is going to be useful. Counter Strike is another great skill to have on this pet if you feel like it. A lot of people target Cavalry a lot, so you can get some good value out of Counter Strike. And then you also have the Fatal Bite. If you happen to get it at the end of the season and you want to use it on this pet, you can put it in this empty skill slot. Now, if it was me, I would put maybe a Forceful Fierce Attack, a 2-star. I think I can get it. I would try a Chain Strike. I would try a Fatal Bite. But you know, I don't want to waste my end of season skill on a Cavalry. So I'm going to be using either Forceful Fierce Attack or the Chain Strike. Cavalry commanders are well known for doing a lot of skill damage in the Call of Dragons. Now this is going to lead us to the next build for cavalry in the game. Now this one is going to be very useful kind of for garrison or rally. We have 2 skills here that are going to give you some awesome crit rate. Now 2-star version of these skills are easy to obtain, and I do believe you can get about 7% crit rate from these 2 skills. And then if you combine it with the crit rate you get from the skill talent tree of Theodore or Bakshi, you're going to be having 17% crit rate in total. Now this is going to be super awesome for your cavalry that do a lot of skill damage. For example, if you're defending with Theodore and Bakshi, you have these 2 skills to help you out with more critical and punish your enemies. Now all of these other skills, we know how they work. You have the super fierce attack here. That's going to boost the fierce attack. You have exuberance. You have feral exuberance to give you some rage and some healing. And you have forceful exuberance to boost the damage of your exuberance. Now this build is kind of expensive, and I think a lot of people are not going to waste their time on forceful exuberance, which is going to lead us to the next build. You're going to remove the forceful exuberance and then replace it with something that works. You could put outburst of rage. You have 1 agility, 2nd agility, 3rd agility. Works fantastic. If you don't have the outburst of rage, I would recommend the chain strike. Chain strike is going to do some normal attack damage. It is also going to trigger some stuff from your talent tree. You can put it in this 1 skill slot that you have left. So this is pretty much everything that I have for the Golden Roc. You have these 2 for the garrison build. This one is easy. You can make it yourself anytime if you want. And then this one is going to be a little bit more expensive. It's going to require you to get the forceful exuberance. Now here are the other ones that we checked out today as well. We have this easy exuberance and fierce attack build. This is something I would recommend to everyone right now. It is easy to build. For the last skill slot, just think about what you want to put there. Here are a list of other good skills that you can put in the 1 skill slot that we have left. And then this one right here is exuberance and fierce attack. You have the 2 crit rate. You have all the 3 exuberance skills. Unfortunately, you don't have the super fierce attack. Your fierce attack might suffer a little bit, but it's going to work okay. Now this one here, you only have 1 crit rate, but you have super fierce attack to boost your fierce attack. Let me know down below which one you think looks compelling for you. And then this one here is a little bit expensive to build. Now in conclusion, if you're building a pet for your cavalry, you can't go wrong with this one right here. Come on. Yep, this is the build I recommend. If you're confused, just forget about everything I said and go with this build. You should be good to go. You don't need any end of season rewards since a lot of people don't care about cavalry. So this is what you should go with. Think about these other skills that you can add over here. And that, ladies and gentlemen, is all I have got for the cavalry troop type in the game. You can use the track and hunt for the crit rate build. The other skill is right here. You get by capturing pets on the map. You can push it to a 2-star skill pretty easy and get around 7% crit rate for your heroes. Thank you guys for watching. If you're new, subscribe for more content. Let me know which one of the skills you picked. Until then, talk to you guys in the next one. Bye bye for now.